Whole wheat spaghetti. Prep suggestions. For a last-minute dinner fix, there's nothing like a box of pasta. And if you make it a box of whole wheat spaghetti, you'll get sturdy, thin, but not too thin, noodles that go with just about everything. Use whole wheat spaghetti as the base of a Mediterranean-inspired pasta featuring sun-dried tomatoes, artichokes, and olives. Or let it soak up a jarred or homemade pesto, plus cannellini beans and fresh arugula. Save it for later. Extra uncooked whole wheat spaghetti needs no special storage instructions, but the cooked kind needs to be refrigerated. You can keep it there for 3 to 5 days. Cooked pasta can also be frozen, but might come out mushy when reheated. Health benefits. Whole wheat spaghetti has a sizable dose of fiber, which helps regulate digestion, may promote healthy weight maintenance, and can help reduce cholesterol. Quinoa. Prep suggestions. When you need a grain in a casserole, stir-fry, or grain salad, try fluffy, nutty quinoa. It makes a nice change from the usual rice. Simply boil quinoa in a 1:2 ratio with water or broth, then simmer about 20 minutes or until tender. Save it for later. Once you've cooked and fluffed quinoa for one meal, it can go on to provide carb-Y substance in other meals, too. Store it in the fridge in a sealed container for up to 1 week and pull it out whenever you're ready to reuse it in salad, like this intriguingly fruity one, or stuffed grilled zucchini. Health benefits. Take your pick of quinoa's numerous health benefits. Its fiber helps keep you full, can promote weight loss, and promotes healthy bowel movements. Then there's its substantial protein content, its anti-inflammatory flavonoids, and its high levels of magnesium, manganese, copper, and other micronutrients. Quick cooking oats. Prep suggestions. In your efforts to stock your pantry for healthy meals, don't forget breakfast. In under 2 minutes in the microwave, quick cooking oats become a palette for morning add-ins like sliced banana, peanut butter, blueberries, pepitas, or protein powder. No 2 bowls need ever be alike. Save it for later. A bowl of leftover oatmeal isn't likely to appeal the next day, but even a small amount of extra dry quick cooking oats can get put to good use. Sprinkle some into muffins or add it to meatloaf for sturdiness. Health benefits. Oats take their place in the pantheon of so-called superfoods, for good reason. Their soluble fiber has been linked to reduced cholesterol, while their beta-glucan can help stabilize blood sugar. Meanwhile, diets rich in whole grains, like oats, may lower the risk of colorectal cancer. Bone broth. Prep suggestions. Veggie, chicken, beef. Not sure which broth to choose? You may want to try bone broth, an all-purpose choice that works well with all sorts of flavors. Though all are made from animal bones, some bone broths are also steeped with additions like herbs, spices, and vegetables. Bone broth can create hearty soups and savory sauces, and it's a great alternative to water for cooking rice and quinoa. Feel free to substitute it in recipes that call for other types of broth, like beef taco soup, chicken a la king, or even mac and cheese. Save it for later. After opening, you can keep bone broth in its original packaging in the refrigerator for 4 to 5 days. Or freeze it by pouring it into ice cube trays for easy small portions. Health benefits. Though bone broth may not be the miracle food some people claim, it does have promise for promoting health. Because it's made by simmering animal bones, it contains collagen, glucosamine, and chondroitin, which could reduce joint pain. Other potential benefits include improvements in digestive health, sleep, and brain function. Sweet potatoes. Prep suggestions. Sweet potatoes' earthy flavor pairs well with spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger, and their culinary versatility shines in global cuisine from Mexican to Indian dishes. Add cooked diced sweet potatoes to tacos, curries, or pasta. Or pop them in the oven whole as a reliable baked side dish. Save it for later. In a zip-top bag, leftover mashed sweet potatoes will keep in the fridge for 3 to 5 days. Save them for a novel, nutritious addition to smoothies or muffins. Health benefits. The ample potassium in sweet potatoes keeps nerves and muscles firing properly, while their soluble fiber helps lower cholesterol and steady blood sugar. Frozen spinach. Prep suggestions. Keeping a bag of spinach in the freezer is a surefire route to healthy, easy meals. Egg dishes like quiche and frittatas, spinach lasagna, and even smoothies are all just waiting for the veggie goodness of frozen greens. Save it for later. Frozen spinach that's been cooked can stay refrigerated for 3 to 5 days. Health benefits. Spinach is famous for its high levels of iron, the mineral that helps oxygenate blood. But it's also quite high in fiber and the antioxidants lutein and zeaxanthin, which support eye health. Grape tomatoes. Prep suggestions. Pizza, pasta, salads. Fresh tomatoes make their way into so many best-loved meals. Keeping smaller grape tomatoes on hand lets you create your tomato favorites with less slicing and dicing. Save it for later. One delicious way to hang on to leftover grape tomatoes even longer: roast them. Bake the fruits with a drizzle of olive oil and sprinkle of salt and pepper at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 40 minutes, stirring halfway through. Estimates vary on how long roasted tomatoes will keep in the fridge. Some say up to 2 weeks. Use your senses to assess whether they're still good for use. Health benefits. Grape tomatoes are a well-rounded fruit in more ways than one. They contain the antioxidant lycopene, famous for its role in reducing the risk of heart disease and cancer. Plus, they're a significant source of folate, potassium, and vitamins C and K. Extra virgin olive oil. Prep suggestions. How many recipes start with a drizzle of olive oil? Too many to mention, but we'll list a few. Tasty ideas for ivu include dipping sauces, like this garlicky kale and spinach dip, a dinnertime hash, like this one with pastrami, or an appetizing crostini. Save it for later. When it comes to storing olive oil, you really only need to know one thing. Keep the oil in a cool, dark place in a dark or opaque bottle. It'll stay good for up to 2 years. Health benefits. Olive oil's monounsaturated fatty acids, MUFAs, have lots to offer for health. Research has associated MUFA consumption with reduced risk of overall mortality, cardiovascular disease mortality, cardiovascular events, and stroke. No wonder ivu is a staple of the heart-healthy Mediterranean diet. Onions. Prep suggestions. Onions equate to a savory flavor boost in just about any recipe. Sauté them in a little olive oil as the foundation for rice pilaf or French onion soup, or include their caramelized sweetness in a blend of roasted vegetables. Save it for later. Onions will keep on the countertop for weeks, but once you've removed their skin and sliced into them, it's best to store them in a zip-top bag or other sealed container in the fridge. Leftovers can garnish hamburgers, falafel, or wraps. Health benefits. Some research shows that onions have antimicrobial properties, helping to defend you against infections. Apples. Prep suggestions. Apples have long been a lunchbox staple, but lunch isn't the only meal they're good for. Consider diced apple as an oatmeal add-in, fry apples to complement pork chops, or make a quick fruit salad to accompany breakfast for dinner. Save it for later. One of apples' top selling points is their longevity. In the refrigerator, they can last up to 6 weeks. Health benefits. Vitamins C, potassium, fiber, and antioxidants like quercetin, catechin, and chlorogenic acid mean apples are a boon for overall health. Studies' trusted source have associated eating them with decreased BMI, cardiovascular disease risk, type 2 diabetes, overall mortality,